Greeting all. We are what Nalini calls the guides, but understand that we are simply groups of higher consciousness that at this moment of time we find that there is no need to give ourselves names. We choose to maintain as a representation of consciousness, as all of you are, consciousness of the source in different vibrations, in different frequencies, in different forms. We've been invited to reflect upon this process of transitioning from the so-called year 2022 to 2023. And we wish to use the reflection of the water tiger that is given in this moment of time on your world by the Chinese zodiac, which will shift later in February next year. The water tiger is still swimming and walking with you. And it's a reflection of the process that you can reflect back throughout this year, of your inner progress, the so-called non-material achievements. The practice of awareness that you have. Play, explore. Understand that you may not be free of fear, you may not be free of doubts, and that's perfectly fine. That is natural. The work is being aware. What is unnatural is to continue to swim in the water of fear, continue to react and respond with fear. Whether it has to do with defensive mechanism, coping mechanism, through control, ignoring certain signs. But we do recognize that you have a so-called shift into becoming more aware and aware of your internal reaction and response. The tiger is reminding you and reflecting you upon the nature of willpower, the strength of the feline. And when you become more aware of the internal reaction and response, your choice of action, you're beginning to shift your willpower, whether to simply observe the waves of fear and no longer react and respond, no longer channel willpower into defending, into making more right and more wrong and more separation in your world, and channel your willpower into becoming more aware. Channel your willpower into shining light of awareness into your internal state. And channel your willpower into making different choices. Different choices of ideas, different choices of belief system, different choices of perception, different choices of connection. Different choices of how you respond to the world. That is your respondability, ability to respond. So we congratulate you. The process of rebirthing, that many may feel that this is the resonance of the next year to come, and understand that within this experience on this planet Earth, with this Mother Earth, with her being. You cannot have the process of rebirth without ending of something, without death of something. And we are not talking about physical death. That too can be. And that is, again, another opportunity for you to perceive togetherness in different forms. But what we're talking about is the allowance for you to allow, for you to give permission to yourself to let the old fade away without giving it power. Channeling your willpower into becoming familiar, into easing in, the so-called surrendering in to the unknown. And this is not just a saying, as many of you are feeling. This is an invitation to practice, to apply, so that you do not swing in the defensive mechanism between right and wrong, should and shouldn't, the dual nature of the physical mind, and you rest more in the heart and in your womb space, in your center. For the nature of the unknown is equal, valuable as the nature of the known. You're probably getting the hint now that plurality and duality, they do not separate. They only differ in degrees. Heat and cold, dark and light, highs and lows are part of the experience that Mother Earth is offering you. The key is balance, the key is harmony, and this is the key of awakening. Not awaken from old facts into new facts and then create more separations, create more levels of righteousness and wrongdoing between you and others. Recognize the egoic patterns that no longer serve heart paradigm of consciousness. Now, once you allow yourself to become more familiar, to ease in more, and accept that time of knowing nothing, you're not losing control, you're not losing willpower. The power is always there, but you're just opening up to the mysterious side of the universe to speak through you. Nature spirit to speak through you. Spirit guides to speak through you. And also, some of you may not need to work with other spirit guides. Some of you may just learning to listen to your heart wisdom. And that too can then manifest into different facets, different manifestation of spirit guides. Doesn't matter. All is of the same source. The heart is the key. So recognize within your own path, recognize within your own self, any personalities, any old habits that may still knocking on your door within, but you're becoming more aware. Congratulate yourself, celebrate awareness, and then make new choice of how you respond or no respond to the old. We are too feeling that there is going to be continuous release of old energy. And again, for you simply to ease away your focus from single-minded focus and allow multidimensional possibility to speak through you. And this then will ripples to some in continuous vivid dreams, lucid dreams, connecting with the loved ones, connecting with families, connecting with people, connecting with your own parallel selves. And all not to be attached, but to be reflected upon an emotional state that you can release and nurture upon different insights and ideas, that you can take action in order for you to participate as human and spiritual being simultaneously in balance and in harmony. So recognize for the water element still carrying you so profoundly within you, within your own consciousness. Recognize that you do not need to be hard, to be so harsh to respond to challenges in the world. Recognize that you can always shift your perception of what you are unlocking within challenges and struggles. And that is an act of empowerment. Recognize where you're channeling your creative energy. Recognize the web that you are entangling with, whether it's really serve evolution of consciousness. Evolution of your consciousness. Know that the inner seed is you. All each of you need to do is focus in. Apply this. And the more seeds within, returning into balance and harmony, it creates automatically telepathic web of light that flows in fluidity like water, that purifies, renews, rejuvenate and gives life, that continue to create balance and harmony, and most importantly, compassion. And within all these keywords, you ease away more from insistence. Much love from us to you. Thank you. As always, I hope that this resonates and help somehow as a reminder of where we can channel our focus. And how 2023 will be is just how we make it. And from this now moment, when we shift into awareness, it creates a ripple of future possibility and also automatically transform the past. I feel that the end of this year there's a lot of celebration going on. Your families get together, people are traveling again, celebrate. And I too feel that it is, to me, it's important to remember that we can too celebrate the intangible thing, the non-material side, the uncountable side of things, such as awareness, such as how we, and it comes back to awareness, how we recognize that we become less hard, how we become less worried, how we are learning, even how some of us are hearing that invitation now. Worries are relevant. Worries are irrelevant. How me too, personally, extreme judgment towards oneself and others that swing into comparison is not needed. Extremely. Judgment has its place to identify things, but too extreme create imbalance. So I feel that within this moment of time, when we can introspect and reflect upon our inner process, reflect upon our inner process, not with the attitude of how much we need to do still in order to be absence of fear, in order to be love and light. That's not the point. But the point is to recognize that we're becoming more aware. We're becoming more aware of the pain, of the fear, of the thought that create painful emotions. And this is important. So, or even this year, I feel to myself and to many, how we feel the invitation, how we've been answering to the invitation of connecting with our body more. Yes, there can be certain illness, certain imbalance that brings up for us to really do that. And that too we can recognize as an opportunity, as a reminder of the wisdom, the intelligence of our body. So, gratitude again. Thank you so much for listening to me this far. And oh yes, this is when I share with you what I got going on. We're going to start the next round of Being a Conduit online workshop, which is cover the area from connecting with intuition, heart wisdom, learning to channel, opening up to channeling, and practically introduction, the foundation of connecting with our inner voices and channeling. And that is still on early bird price. So we still have a few spots left. Please check my website, and any question, feel free to email me. And also private sessions is always available if you wish to work with me, or if you wish to work with me and Michael through cacao ceremony, that is too available online and in person in Bangkok. And that's it. Enjoy each moment. Much love.